Police won't do anything when I call, then I'll just get you to call them on yourself. There's this van that's been parking in front of my apartment building every single day for months, and I'm not talking about normal parking. This thing was blocking everything. It was parked on double yellow lines, right at the end of a junction, in front of a dropped curb, blocking the entire sidewalk so people had to walk in the street. And the best part, there was a giant no parking sign right behind it. Like the van was literally touching the pole. Every morning I'd leave for work and have to do this crazy three-point turn just to see around this massive van. I almost got hit twice pulling out because I couldn't see if cars were coming. My neighbor, Mrs. Chen, who uses a wheelchair, had to go all the way around the block because she couldn't get past it on the sidewalk. The delivery trucks couldn't get through. The garbage truck had to skip our building twice because they couldn't fit. This van was making everyone's life miserable. So I did what you're supposed to do. I called the police. The lady on the phone took down all the information and said they'd send someone out. Nobody came. I called again the next day. Same thing. They took my information and said they'd handle it. Nothing happened. I called 5 more times over the next 3 weeks. Each time they'd say they'd send someone. Each time nothing would happen. The van just kept showing up every single day in the exact same illegal spot. My neighbor tried calling too. He got the same response. We're aware of the situation. Someone will handle it. But that van never got a ticket, never got towed, just kept parking there like it owned the place. I was starting to lose my mind. This guy was breaking like 6 different parking laws at once and nobody cared. Then one morning I'm making breakfast and I knock over my jar of strawberry jam. It goes everywhere, all over the counter, dripping on the floor, getting on my hands. That's when I had my idea. That night I waited until the van showed up, same time as always, around 7 p.m. The driver got out, didn't even look at the no parking sign, and walked away like he did every night. I grabbed my jar of jam and went downstairs. My hands were shaking because I'd never done anything like this before, but I was so tired of this guy thinking he could do whatever he wanted. I unscrewed the lid and smeared jam all over the driver's side door handle. Not a little bit either. I'm talking a thick layer of sticky strawberry jam covering the entire handle. It was dripping down the door, getting in all the cracks. Absolutely disgusting. Then I went back inside and waited. The next morning, I'm drinking my coffee by the window and I see the van owner come back. He walks up to his door all casual, reaches for the handle, and immediately jerks his hand back. He's looking at his fingers covered in jam with this confused expression on his face. Then he starts pacing around the van, looking at all the doors, checking if someone messed with anything else. He pulls out his phone and makes a call. I'm watching this whole thing play out like it's a TV show. About 20 minutes later, a police car pulls up. 2 officers get out and the van owner is pointing at his door handle all upset. The officers are looking at the jam. One of them is trying not to laugh. I can see them talking, but I can't hear what they're saying. Then one officer walks around the van. He's looking at the double yellow lines, looking at the junction, looking at the no parking sign. He comes back and talks to the van owner for a minute. The van owner is shaking his head and pointing at his door, but the officer keeps pointing at the ground and the sign. After about 5 minutes, both officers get back in their car and drive away. The van owner stands there for a minute looking absolutely furious. Then he gets in his van and drives off. I haven't seen that van parked there since, not once in the past 2 weeks. Turns out all I needed to do was give him a reason to call the police on himself, because once they showed up and saw where he was parked, they had to tell him to move. The jam cost me $3. The satisfaction of watching him call the cops on his own illegal parking, priceless.